wrong again.
Yeah, that wouldn't be the first time in 31 years that Scott's been wrong, has it? Anyway, Lauren, just a quick one. You make a great point about loading up on breakfast. I was fortunate enough to work on the WTA Tour for a couple of years when I quit playing, and I was with a Croatian girl. And obviously, from Europe, they have a very different attitude to breakfast. Like in the UK, we tended to eat sort of cereals with quite high sugar content.
Muesli, you guys like muesli?
Muesli, orange juice, you know, pretty high sugar, and they would eat kind of like what I would consider almost dinner. I mean, they would go with meats, they would go with cheese, they'd obviously try and eat bread, but obviously I'd like to get your view on what bread is good and which is bad bread, because obviously that's a whole minefield that I don't navigate well. But it is interesting how different cultures actually eat in a completely different way, and if you look at their health span, the Mediterraneans in particular live the longest in Europe.
Totally, and they're doing, like, for sure, a standard American diet is probably not the best option, because if you're ever put like a blood sugar or blood glucose monitor on yourself and tracked your blood sugar, which is how elevated it gets and how low it gets, a lot of these sugary cereals and white processed foods really just spike our inflammation and spike our blood sugar. So by doing what a lot of the Europeans do is having like a meat and a protein and a avocado and a healthy fat and some fiber as their first meal, their blood sugar is way more stable. So they're actually probably more, have way more energy and just more optimal throughout the day. So it's really just, everybody's a little bit different, but in order to not be snacking all the time, you need a good satiating, nutrient-dense, fulfilling meal, and that comes with protein and fat and fiber in your first meal at whatever time of the day, hopefully before 6 p.m., but hopefully like before 11, just to combat those cortisol levels and keep your blood sugar stable so you have energy to do